Hi everyone, Dr. Shook here. Hope you're doing well today. In today's video, we're going to continue our discussion of foods that could be potentially inflammatory to people with autoimmune diseases, and in particular, we're talking about rheumatoid arthritis today. So the food that I want to discuss today is soy. And soy, like the other foods that we've discussed, it has a few things that can be problematic to people with autoimmune conditions. So, number one, soy tends to be one of the top 5 most inflammatory proteins that we see bother people that have autoimmune conditions. Now, is soy bad for everyone? Absolutely not. Soy is a problem for some people that are autoimmune because their immune systems react to it, and then that drives inflammatory responses that can promote the autoimmune process. Okay, so soy tends to be problematic for some people because it has proteins that are antigenic, that are inflammatory. And these proteins are considered storage proteins. They are very well established in the literature, scientific literature, to be inflammatory. And so the way that they inflame the immune system is when you consume soy. If you're a person that is sensitive to it, that has an immune response, which you can check, you can do food allergy, food sensitivity, and complement protein testing to see if you have immunological responses. Even if you don't show positive for any of those, the testing, like meaning you're negative, you don't show immunological reactions against soy, you could still have a problem with it because there are other components like lectins that soy also has, which can be broken down by roasting, can be broken down into a greater degree through various forms of processing. But the two main ways that it tends to create problems in people that are autoimmune is that when you consume the soy and it's breaking down, the proteins are digesting in your intestinal tract. If your intestinal barrier is hyperpermeable, it is a pathological state. We're not talking about the normal absorptive abilities and permeability of the gut. The lay term for it is leaky gut. Then those food proteins, those soy proteins, may be able to pass into the bloodstream before they should be there. The immune system does not recognize these partially digested proteins, which are called peptides, that will drive an immunological response, and that can promote systemic inflammation and drive the autoimmune process. Now, there are also lectins in soy, which can inflame and trigger an inflammatory response on the gut wall in some people. Like, I'm very sensitive to lectins. Those are the major ways that they tend to create problems for people that have autoimmune conditions. But you can always do a trial elimination to see if you feel better, 2 to 4 weeks. If you'd like a guided way to do that, just go to the link in my bio